Introducing the new Rose RS201E, available now from Ripcaster. Welcome to Ripcaster, my name's John Nelson. Today we're doing a quick unboxing of a new product from a company called Rose. They've got two products in the market. This is the first one, RS201E. It's an all-in-one streaming player, just add speakers and away you go. They've also got a higher end product called an RS150, so check out our other videos that covers the new RS150. So let's have a look what you get in the box with the RS201. So the box is obviously well presented, a nice image of the product. It's won a number of awards, mainly for its design and particularly this unique full fascia touchscreen display. It's got MQA, DSD, FLAC, it's a Sabre DAC in it, and it does Tidal, and it's also Rune ready. Okay, let's have a quick. Inside is a styrofoam, lift off the lid. On the top of the product we've got simple manual, so we've got a number of different components. So I guess this first one over here will be the power supply. So it's a simple external power supply with a cloverleaf type adapter socket on it. Over here we have got various accessories, UK mains cable, screwdriver, interesting, some screws, and batteries for remote control. And over here we've got, I guess, an infrared remote control, and it is in fact I believe a Bluetooth remote control. Okay, so now the actual product itself. Yeah, so we've changed the camera angle now so you can have a little bit of a closer look. On the front we've got the obviously Rose logo up here. We've got a mains on-off button here, and then we've got this rather funky volume control. It's an up and a down. At the bottom we've got a 3.5mm headphone jack as well. The main thing that will come apparent when we actually plug the thing in is this fantastic display on the front. So it's a full-sized, full-colour display on the front. It gives you multiple ways of controlling the product. You can use the touchscreen on the front, you can use the Bluetooth infrared remote control, and you can also use a tablet application that goes with it. So if we spin the unit round, you can see on the top it's got the brand name Rose engraved in the top, very nicely finished product. And then on the rear you can just have a look at the connections on the rear of the product. So it's an all-in-one unit, 100 watt per channel amplifier built in. So we've got Class D, that is, just connect your speakers and away you go. We've got an Ethernet port here for connection directly to your wired network. It does also have Wi-Fi built in, and it also has Bluetooth for direct point-to-point. I've got a little micro SD card here. We've got two USB ports. We've got a USB-C port here. I think that's a 2, a 3 and a C. HDMI, and again we'll come on to that shortly. And then we've got an optical in and an optical out. And then we've got a line input for analog sources, and we've got a line preamplifier output if you wanted to use external amplification. And here is the actual mains connector. We've got the power pack out. It's a 24 volt power unit. So we've put an Ethernet cable in this just to make life simple. And we're just about to plug the cloverleaf, or C5 as it's officially called, into the power supply. So we've got power and we've got data. We should be good to go at this point. So if I switch the unit on, it's up with the Rose logo. Rose logo come up. It's powered by Android. So it powers up, and the first time it will take us through an initial setup. Okay, so the first thing it's going to ask us is language, so that's English, and it's a touch screen this, so next. What country are we in? So we want to go other. and it's asking us basically for time zone, etc. Alright, so I've selected London. Next, select your keyboard. Well, that's interesting. English. Okay, so it's now asking us what network we want to connect to, and we've got a choice of Wi-Fi or Ethernet. As it happens, it's on Ethernet, so we'll do that, and it's connected to our network. It's come up with an IP address as I would expect. Setup complete. It's now ready to go. Setup is now complete. It now comes up with a tutorial which we can follow, and it'll take you through how all the benefits of the product, but we're going to skip it in this instance. And this is the main screen. And as you can see, it's got this fantastic touchscreen display, full size, and it's got basic kind of apps that you might expect on an Android type device. So I can go into my clock here and it can display it. All this can be skinned and customized. There are various different themes, etc. You can also install, I believe, an internal hard drive, which is why they supplied a screwdriver and some screws. And you've got things like Tidal on it as well. So at this point, it's asking us to, so it's doing a system update. All the updates are over the air. Just taking the opportunity to alter the camera angle. When we started to access Tidal, it started to do a system update, so it's just done that now. It's doing a restart and doing its update thing. We'll come back to that when it's finished. So the unit's now done all its updates and it has come back. So we can see along the top we've got various icons that we can go into: CD ripping, line in, line out, CD playing, etc. settings. And clock and Tidal, etc., Quobuz, YouTube, all these different sources which are on there that you can play. So if we go into radio, for example, I think the first thing it's probably going to do, so it's come up, this is a Korean company, so it defaults to that, so we want to go into the UK. I can select different regions, so we've got USA, Japan, China, France, Ireland, United Kingdom, and here it's selected a series, so we've got Heart FM, Capital, Smooth, Magic, etc., BBC Radio 1. If I press that, if we had speakers connected at this point, we would be playing BBC Radio 1. And if you click on the top there, it gives you this rather nice old school VU meters, which is, they've done some very nice skins on here. We just touch on the screen, it will take us back, and you've got, look, you've got different settings, different skins that you, for any source that you want. So hours of endless fun there. Tells us what we're playing, what the station is, what the bit rate is. Again, if I go back to my sources and go into Tidal, for example, so it does want me to log into my Tidal account. Okay, so I'm starting to, it's prompting me to enter my credentials to log into Tidal, and I think the thing to note about this is it's doing this all on the device. I've not had to resort to using an iPad or an iPhone or a computer at this stage. I can do it all on the device. So it's going to prompt me for my password shortly, so I'll put that in and then we can play Tidal. Of course you can control this with an iPad, and we'll demonstrate that, or with a smart device. I'll demonstrate that later. So I've finished entering my Tidal credentials, and it's now come up with the usual Tidal kind of features that you might want to put in here, all the usual things that you might expect, and I can play the tracks directly, and away we go. Again, all we need to do is connect speakers and we have a great little solution. So I think that's probably what we'll do next. Now we have connected up the Rose RS201E to a pair of speakers, and I've also connected up, there's an HDMI on the back, I've also connected it to this screen up here, And as you can see, we're currently playing off Tidal. I've turned the sound down at the moment so we don't have any copyright issues with the video. But as you can see, it displays very nicely on the front of the unit here exactly what's playing, and I've got shuttle controls, so if I want to go on to the next track, it plays it. It tells us what it's playing up on the screen as well, which is a fantastic touch. We've obviously got our volume control, so if I up the volume control, you can then hear the start of Autobahn. I'll turn that down now, so we don't, again, copyright reasons. And it tells us what we're playing, so it's 16-bit FLAC, 44.1 kilohertz, 2-channel MQA, so it does full MQA decoding. And again, if I want to, I can set the VU meters playing on this one, so that a nice retro style, you can look at that. Hope you found that brief introduction to the new Rose RS201E interesting. Please check out our YouTube channel. We'll have coverage of the RS150, its bigger brother. And you'll also find we've got multiple other videos there from some of the other brands that we do at Ripcaster. So I invite you to come and visit us, come and look and listen for the products for yourself. Thanks for watching.